For my optional color chart, I did layers of glazing. So I started off with kind of a heavy yellow, and then as I went across, I increased the water ratio and decreased the pigment, so there's very little yellow by the time you get to here. Let it completely dry, and then I did violet across, and you can see that it was kind of a medium coat of violet, and as I worked my way down, I got much thinner with the violet, meaning that there was less pigment for the amount of water. And then for my third coat, after the second one dried, I did the same thing with the magenta. And now I'm going to do a third coat. I'm going to do diagonals with some orange. So in here, I've got some orange. That's a pretty solid coat, just so you can see what it looks like by itself. It's a fairly heavy amount of paint, and I'm going to do a diagonal across. I'm just going to dip my brush the tiniest little bit into the water, and then do my next coat, and then next coat, tiny little bit of water. There must be something on my paper here with the paint, because you can see it's spreading there. It's not happening in those other areas, and it happened with an earlier coat of the blue color too. So there must be something I got on my paper. A little bit more water. So just thinner coats of orange. And then I think for my final coat, I'm going to take the blue and do the same thing, and I'll start with heavy blue, maybe in this and my way across, and then really kind of like look at glazing and the color effects that you get. You can just kind of take a piece of paper or something with a hole in it and just really look at what does that color make or look like, which is very different from that. So they all have the same colors, but just different ratios of them. And it's great because you can see the undercolor showing through. You can see the top color on top. You can see them mixing, but it's very, very, very different than if you had taken all of those colors and made them into mud on your palette, right? That's a whole lot less interesting on here than all of those beautiful colors on there.